Hi, everybody. Thank you for being with us this week. We're going to have a very interesting time today, I think. First, my scarf. I got in Scotland on a trip, and it's made of bits of Harris tweed, all hand-woven in the Outer Hebrides of Scotland. The ends are the biggest pieces, and then they've got the tiny little pieces. Scots are thrifty people, we all know. Oh, and if you would like to email me about anything, my name is Beth Gay Freeman, and here is my email address, bethscribble@aol.com. Scribble because I write a little bit and I paint a little bit, so Scribble works just fine. Also, I do a publication, and it's called Beth's Newfangled Family Tree, and this is how you get to it. It's all you have to do is go there, and it's free. There's no charge. The section B is up around the 15th of the month. The section A goes up just a day or two before the 1st of the month, and the archives are there too. This is our birthday month. Gonna be in June. Be 14 years, I think, or 15, that I've been doing it in this incarnation. I think I've been doing it about 31 years in every incarnation, but in this incarnation, it's about 14 or 15 years. But the archives are there. You can go back and play and read just lots and lots and lots of them. And the new ones are up every month. You know, if there's one constant when it comes to language, it's that the meaning of words changes over time. After the American Revolution, pounds went on your hips and not in your pockets. They still do, don't they? This tenet especially holds true when it comes to tracing one's roots. Every researcher eventually encounters archaic legal terms like Trusty Friend or my now wife. Misinterpret those at your peril. At best, you'll charge off on a wild goose chase, or worse, you'll link people with the wrong families. Trusty Friend is how John Murray is described by each person who signed a power of attorney document making Murray his or her personal representative in the sale of a parcel of land. The property was inherited jointly by the children and grandchildren of William Essex, who died without leaving a will. The heirs lived in different counties, spread across 2 different states. 2 were named Murray, but the others had the surnames Stull, Kesey, Seekman, and Hamilton. Thus, it would not be unreasonable to conclude that Murray's connection to these people was limited to representing them in a legal capacity. In reality, Murray was much more than a friend. 3 of the heirs were his siblings. Another was his aunt. But the only place these family ties are clearly defined is in the 1810 courthouse document recording the transaction. That's where Murray is shown to have a personal stake in the land. Essex was his granddaddy. Trusty Friend is often found in legal documents from the early 1800s. Like many labels and expressions used to describe relationships in earlier centuries, the phrase means something entirely different today. My now wife is another term that causes confusion, commonly used in the legal arena to differentiate between the current spouse and one that may come along later. Its purpose was to protect the estate from future claims. Now was the operative word, but it bore no relationship to the number of times the man had wed. He could have had 3 previous wives or more, or none at all. The designations junior and senior have also undergone an evolution. These days, parents tack Junior onto a male child's surname when his name is identical to his father's. The older man takes on the senior designation when the younger one arrives on the scene. It wasn't always that way. Before about 1900, these labels were often used to distinguish between two people of the same name, one older, one younger. And they were not necessarily father and son. They might be related. They simply could have lived in the same community. Women occasionally use these designations for the same reasons. In colonial times, in-law signifies any relationship that occurred as a result of marriage. When a woman refers to her father-in-law, she might be talking about her spouse's dad or her own stepfather. Likewise, her son-in-law could either be her stepson or her daughter's husband. In one probate record I saw, heirs-in-law referred to a married couple. The deceased was the wife's father. Nieces, nephews, close friends, or relatives came under the cousin umbrella, and brothers and sisters may be blood relatives or other members of a religious organization. Some words have simply fallen out of favor. Relict and Consort, once popular on tombstones, indicated which spouse died first. An epitaph reading, Mary Smith, relict of John Smith, means Mary outlived John. Conversely, Mary Smith, consort of John Smith, indicates that John was still living when Mary died. Let's remember today the hand signal for I'm in big trouble, please help me. Hand up, thumb across, fingers down. If you do this and someone sees it that recognizes it, they can call for help. So this is important to the person in trouble and also the person who sees the signal. Remember, thumb across, fingers down. It means, please help me quick. Okay? Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you'll be back next week too. Bye now.